Hi guys, Amy May here. Welcome back to the channel. So, I definitely didn't think that I would be doing this early in the year, but I've already got a little declutter. I probably should have decluttered at the end of last year, but I really thought that what I had in my collection was stuff that I wanted to keep. And then as I was editing the video and I could hear myself talk about certain items, I was like, why am I keeping this? Why am I keeping this? I clearly, you can hear my voice. It's not necessarily something that I like. It's not something I have any intentions of using. It's just kind of there in my collection. So I'm going to go ahead and share those items with you, let you know what I'm getting rid of, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. So first I have the NYX contour palette. This is a pretty awesome palette, to be honest. This one was a light cool shade. I did depot this one and I have it in a little baby Z palette. This is basically the one shade that I was holding on to this whole thing for. This was the one that I loved the most. Now I do really like this icy highlight and this highlight. It's a nice subtle one. And then this shade worked really well for setting my under eye. You can see I used it quite a bit. This one was a decent bronzing shade. I think again, you can see I did use this product. This was way too dark and this was way too orange. So there were things that, and this is way too yellow for me. So there was things that I wasn't going to use, things that I was like, man, these are all right. One that I was using just because I was getting the contour. So I decided to go ahead and let this go. I depotted the one shade that I was really wanting to keep. So basically I'm getting rid of, because my bronzer category includes sculpt, so it's bronzer, contour powder, like all of it. So I'm getting rid of 3 contour powders with this one palette, and then I consider all of these in the highlight group because these are mainly for, you know, highlighting, setting the under eye, and then this is for cheeks. So I got rid of 4 highlights through this, and my highlight category was definitely out of control. I don't know, part of me still wants to like hold on to it, but honestly, I got the one shade that I'm really going to use and could pan, and I have way more bronzers and highlights that I could really use anyways. These aren't my favorite. There's no point in keeping them. I will honestly probably give this to my daughter. She doesn't have any bronzers. She's not really interested in bronzing, but I know that she'll use like this top row of shades. Maybe not the yellow, but I know she'll use these. She loves to be shimmery and glittery, but who doesn't at 12? We'll go with the next bronzer type product that I have. This is the contouring blush and bronzing powder in Turks Caicos by e.l.f. These are really nice powders, and I kept these, but I wasn't really opening them and swatching them, to be honest. And when I look at this one has a lot of shimmer. Yeah, you guys can see on the camera. I've used it a little bit. This isn't my favorite blush shade, but I really like this shade. It's just really deep. There's a lot of shimmer in it. It's not really my thing. It's shimmer on the verge of like glitters. This is something that my daughter would enjoy. Like, I feel like she would use this one. And again, she might not lean towards those bronzers, but she'll have the option. I think it's something that she'll enjoy. Like I said, she's 12. She likes to be shimmery. Why not? Since the e.l.f. one technically had a blush, we'll go with this Milani blush. We all know what this is. I've had this in my collection for years now. You can see I haven't really used it at all. This is just not a shade that I prefer. I'm not a peachy blush kind of person, and this one is definitely way more shimmery and highlighty than I've ever personally enjoyed for blush. So this is just one that needs to go. Again, it's gonna go to Haley. She's 12. She likes to be shimmery. Now, this guy is by Wet n Wild. This is a color icon in Reserve Your Cabana. This is like Icon Classic. People love it. It's a nice little highlight. My goal last year was to hit pan. I think you guys can see like the tiny little shimmer of a sliver of pan right in the center. As soon as I saw that, I was done with using this. I enjoy it. It's a great subtle highlight. But for me personally, I do like a little more than just this. And this is too glowy for me to do like Jessica Braun and actually set my face or set my under eye. It's just too much for that for me personally. And it's too little for a highlight for me. There's other highlights that I would prefer to use. I think after using this for so long, it is something that I can really part with. It'll be okay. I'm not gonna die. I won't miss it, to be honest. Another highlight that I'm getting rid of is the Wet n Wild Fergie. This is in Hollywood Boulevard. This is now not a Fergie item, but it is in Boozy Brunch now. They renamed it. So it's super pretty. It's pretty intense. I like it, but I have Fuego now, and to be honest, Fuego is a little lighter. It's not as like yellow, green gold that this one kind of pulls towards. It's more of just a lighter gold. So I like that one more. It is newer to my collection. I really swatched some of these things out. This is one that I was just kind of like, meh, I haven't used it in a really long time. There's a reason why I haven't used it in a long time. It's just not a favorite anymore. I literally paid $1 for this from the Dollar Tree, so it's not like I'm missing out on a ton of money or anything. There's no point in keeping such a big pan of highlight, especially with how long it took me to hit pan on that one. I know I'm not going to finish this. I'm never going to see pan on this, so why not pass it on to somebody who might enjoy it more? Next, I am getting rid of the one lip gloss that I have. I've held on to this because I got it from a friend, and it's really, really pretty, to be honest. This is in Metallic Rose. It's really pretty. It's just gloss is not my thing. And I did use up like a mini gloss from Lorac last year, but there's no way I'm going to go through a full size tube of gloss in a year, especially with all the other products that I've got. I'm not sure if Haley will be bold enough to wear this one, but since I've put this, on my lips, I'm going to hand it down to her, see if she likes it, wants it, what have you. I might try to pass it on from there. We shall see. I am decluttering one of my little perfume sprayers. This one, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't even know how to say this. It's like Aqua di Parma. I have no idea what the scent is. It's in super light cursive that I can barely read. This scent is just way too strong for me. I sprayed it on my skin the first night and was like, huh, I was very taken aback by it. I only used one spritz. Was not a fan of the scent, and I was like, maybe this is one that doesn't mix well with my chemistry, but would be fine for me to spray like on my tank top. So I tried it one more time and still couldn't stand the scent, so this one just needs to go. I'm not going to work through perfumes that I just absolutely hate. I don't mind ones that I'm like meh about, but this is just too much. The last item that I am decluttering from the collection, I've actually sold it from the collection, is my Shade and Light Glimmer Palette. Wasn't a fan of this. I expressed that in my video when I was showing my collection. Sephora was just kind of a pain in the butt with returning this one. It's really pretty. I honestly only care for 3 mainly shades, and they're these last 3 here. They make your eye kind of get that wet look. I'm not going to swatch them any further. I do need to clean up some of like my little smudges, I guess. But it's just not, it wasn't my favorite. And it honestly, I used it when I first got it, decided, I like those shades. I would pair it with the regular Shade and Light palette, and then never like really revisited it and used it because I didn't care for it. Which has taught me a valuable lesson. I'm very much a fan of whenever I get an item now, that is the item that I'm going to be using for the next couple weeks, just to ensure that that is a product that I want and will keep and will, lose the 45 whatever dollars I spent on this thing. I don't know, but it's going to a new home. I know it will be loved there by a Kat Von D addict. And there you have it. There are the items for my first declutter of the year. Got rid of 6 highlighters, 2 blushes, 4 bronzers, an eyeshadow palette, a little mini perfume, and a lip gloss. So I don't think it's that bad. These are the items that I really just was like, and I didn't want to have to rotate back into me using. So I'm happy to have them out. I'm happy that they're going to go to people that will use them. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.